Welcome to Vital Blueprint. You are exactly 50 days away from a Hyrox race, a brutal gauntlet consisting of 8 kilometers of running and 8 high-intensity functional stations, including sled pushes, rowing, and the dreaded wall balls. Most athletes approach these 50 days with a more is better mindset. More miles, more sweat, more suffering. But if you ignore your internal chemistry, you are building a skyscraper on a swamp. The biggest reason 95% of athletes struggle or hit the wall is a state I call the metabolic lock. You've been told for decades that you need to carb load for endurance. This is one of the most damaging, toxic traditions in sports. When you spike your insulin with sugars and grains, you effectively lock the door to your body's largest energy reserve, your fat. By the time you reach the 4th or 5th kilometer, your glycogen is gone. And because of that high insulin, your body can't switch to burning fat. This leads to a quiet emergency in your brain. Your neurons start screaming for energy, leading to that brain fog and the sudden loss of explosive power. In this 50-day blueprint, we are going to unlock that door. We're moving from sugar dependency to being a dual-fuel machine. Remember, your glucose tells a story, but your brain is writing the plot. Let's start with how we fuel the machine. To win a Hyrox, your nutrition needs to be about density and efficiency. We are replacing processed junk with high-octane fuels. Start with butter. It is a clean, essential fat that supports hormonal health and sustained energy. If you need a total metabolic reset, the 3-day Sardine Kickstart is your best friend. It's the fastest way to break a metabolic lock and fix your insulin sensitivity before the real training begins. Now, let's talk about the no-brainer supplement stack you need for these 50 days. MCT C8 C10 soft gels. These are your biological fast pass. Unlike other fats, these go straight to your liver and turn into ketones, providing instant fuel for your brain and heart without spiking your insulin. K2 plus D3. Think of this as your body's internal architect. During the high-impact stress of running and jumping, you need your calcium in your bones, not your arteries. This duo protects your heart and ensures your skeletal structure can handle the load. Salt and water. This is the most underrated performance hack. During a fast or a heavy workout, your kidneys flush out electrolytes. You must stay hydrated with salt plus water. It sounds simple, but it is strangely satisfying and prevents the cramping and heart palpitations that end races early. Exogenous ketones. Use these as a metabolic safety net during your longest training sessions to keep your brain sharp when your body is pushing its limits. How often should you train to dominate a Hyrox? Over these 50 days, you need a strategic mix of high-intensity station work and Zone 2 endurance running. But here is the secret. Training is only half the battle. The other half is repair. Most athletes fail because they stack stress on top of stress until their biology breaks. To prevent injuries like stress fractures or chronic inflammation, you must tap into autophagy, your body's natural cellular cleaning service. During your heaviest training weeks, you create damaged proteins and old, sluggish mitochondria. By incorporating strategic fasting windows, aiming for those hours where autophagy peaks, you trigger your cells to eat these damaged parts. This isn't just about rest. It's about rebuilding a stronger, cleaner version of your cellular engine so you can handle the 100 wall balls and the 80-meter lunge walk without your tissues giving out. Injury prevention is also about internal architecture. This is why the K2 plus D3 supplement is a no-brainer. During the high-impact stress of the 8-kilometer run, you need to ensure the calcium you consume is directed to your bones and kept out of your heart and arteries. This protects your cardiovascular system under the extreme heart rates of a Hyrox race, while keeping your skeletal frame rock solid. You also need to stop guessing and start measuring. Use a reliable blood glucose and ketone meter to track your levels daily. This data tells you exactly when your body is in a state of repair and when it's ready for the next high-intensity session. By calculating the relationship between your glucose and ketones, you can see if you are in the optimal zone for recovery. If your numbers show you are still in a metabolic lock, pushing a 150-kilogram sled in that state is a recipe for a quiet emergency and potential injury. We are training for metabolic flexibility, ensuring your heart and muscles can handle the brutal transition from a 1-kilometer sprint to a heavy functional station without a biological crisis. We have now reached the culmination of your 50-day journey, the execution phase. This isn't just about the final 10 days. It's about ensuring the biological foundation you've built over the last 40 days, through the Sardine Kickstart, MCT titration, and autophagy, translates into a dominating performance on the Hyrox floor. From day 41 to day 50, we enter the strategic taper. This is where many athletes panic and try to cram more training sessions into an already exhausted body. Do not make this mistake. By now, your fat adaptation is locked in. Your goal during this final countdown is to reduce systemic inflammation while maintaining metabolic intensity. We cut your training volume by at least 50% to allow your mitochondria to fully recover from the heavy cellular cleaning cycles we triggered in phase 2. You want your cellular engines refreshed, repaired, and ready to fire at maximum efficiency. During this final phase, your salt plus water foundation becomes your most critical daily habit. As your insulin remains low and stable, your body naturally stops holding on to excess water. While this is a hallmark of metabolic health, it means you must proactively replace those electrolytes to keep your internal battery charged. Salt is the strangely satisfying key to preventing the muscle cramps and heart palpitations that often signal a quiet emergency during high-intensity endurance events. Without sufficient salt, your muscles lose the electrical signaling required for those brutal final stations like the 100 wall balls. Now, let's talk about your race day plot. This is the ultimate test of your vital blueprint. Most competitors on race morning will follow the toxic tradition of carb loading with oatmeal, fruit, or sugary gels. For a metabolically flexible athlete, this is a disaster. Spiking your insulin right before the start triggers a metabolic lock, effectively shutting off your access to the massive fat stores you've spent 40 days unlocking. Your race morning should instead be built on stable, clean fuels, like butter or eggs, that keep your insulin flat and your energy high. 30 minutes before you step into the starting corral, you deploy your secret weapon: ketones in a can. This isn't just a supplement, it's your metabolic safety net. It provides your brain and heart with a direct supply of high-octane fuel that bypasses your glucose system entirely. Even when your body is screaming for air at kilometer 8, your brain stays sharp, calm, and in total control because its fuel source is guaranteed. Your final practical action for today. At Vital Blueprint, we don't guess, we measure. Your homework is to start tracking your blood glucose and ketone levels every single morning using a reliable meter. This data is the only story that matters. If your numbers show you are still struggling to reach a fat-burning state, use the food guide to identify the hidden toxic traditions, like hidden grains or sugars, that are sabotaging your progress. You have the roadmap, you have the tools, you have the blueprint. Stop being a victim of your biology and start being the architect of your performance. I'll see you at the finish line.